Hi, it's, excuse me, frog in my throat. It's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your January 2021 general readings, the very first general readings of a brand new year, 2021. Likely a much better year than 2020 because hasn't that been a ride? I am recording these in the last 2 days of December, so technically I can still wish you a very happy new year. So this reading is for water sign of Pisces for the first 2 weeks of January, so January 1st through the 15th. That's Pisces sun, moon, rising, if your Venus is in Pisces, or if you're cross-watching for a Piscean, it's all relevant. But of course, being a general reading is going to resonate a little differently, so watch all of your signs if you know them for additional insight and perspective. If you find that any of the readings do resonate with you and you'd like to reach out for a personal reading or information about that for yourself, or perhaps as a gift for friends, family, or loved ones, you can click on the description link below. You'll see my email address there, Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. Please feel free to email me. I'd be delighted to hear from you. I can usually respond with more information the same day. I do offer a wide variety of readings. And particularly popular this time of year are the 6 and 12-month overviews I do, which give you kind of a sneak peek at what's coming in the next 6 or 12 months of your life in a variety of different areas. So something to keep in mind. But I do offer a wide variety of readings. And I do readings full time, so I'm pretty diligent about scheduling in as timely a fashion as possible. So if you're interested, send me an email. I would be most happy to hear from you and to work with you. Okay, let's move right into this reading. Pisces, our lovely fish, Pisces, for the first 2 weeks of January 2021. I am using Legacy of the Divine Tarot, clarifying with the Gilded Tarot Royale. Pisces. We begin with the Two of Swords. For some reason I'm feeling this is actually positive. Followed by the Five of Wands, which is not really positive. It represents conflict. But conflict is always an opportunity for change. Although when you're going through the conflict and people say that to you, don't you feel like punching them in the face? That which doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Next we have the Knight of Cups. So an emotional or loving offer or opportunity for change coming in. With the Devil, some instability, bad patterns. Next we have the King of Swords, followed by victory after a challenge, the Six of Wands, recognition. From the bottom of the deck, your overall energy is 2 cards. The first one, I believe, is the Eight of Wands, powerful movement forward, perhaps travel, going back and forth, or conversations about that. Action-oriented energy. With the Wheel of Fortune in the upright, divine timing and orchestration. So God, Spirit, the angels, and guides are definitely all over this. Divine timing and orchestration means they're putting people, places, situations in your life in the right way at the right time. You can always say no, but this feels like the Eight of Wands is fast movement, whether it's actually physical movement in terms of travel, projects, things moving very quickly, lots of conversation around that. So Spirit is actually moving to create forward movement and action and activity in whatever this represents for you. It's all over this reading. It's interesting because it feels like there's conflict and instability, maybe pretty profound, but you're closing your eye to it because you have some kind of feeling, even though maybe the circumstances or other people are like, yeah, not this, and yeah, don't do that, and you should do this, and you're like, I'm not even looking at that because I feel I almost feel like we should have seen, the high priestess or something here, trusting your intuition, even if it contradicts what you're seeing or what other people are telling you. It feels like you have some feeling, which is also divinely timed and orchestrated, which is moving you forward in something. You may be making an offer or presenting an offer or opportunity. It could be a love offer to somebody, in spite of what might be naysayers or whatever is going on in your life or the other person's life. It's interesting. I feel like there's a specific story there. And because of your intuition and your insight and your honor and your integrity and your being able to feel emotions but actually make the right practical decisions of truth, based on truth and honesty and integrity, you actually come out the winner in this. I'm going to pull the next two cards and see, because I'm curious as to what's after that King of Swords and Six of Wands. So here we have the Five of Swords, which is victory. This is also victory. So you have the Six of Wands, which is major victory, and the Five of Swords, which is victory as well, although it's a difficult victory. He's just come out of a battle and he's gathered up all the other weapons, the ability to hurt him, but he's tired, worn out, exhausted, filthy, wounded. He's bleeding from a little cut. So this hasn't been an easy battle. And the Four of Wands, happy home and family celebrations, weddings even. Interesting. I'm going to have to clarify, as I usually do. Not that deck, this deck. So the first two cards are interesting because we have the Two of Swords, which is usually a card that represents being reluctant or resistant to look at something, because if you do, you have to make a decision. It can often represent needing to make a decision or being at a crossroads. But the Two of Swords, because of the blindfold and the defensive posture of the swords, can represent being reluctant or resisting looking at something or acknowledging something. And what clarifies that is the Five of Wands, which is conflict, petty conflict, circular arguments, fighting over the same thing over and over and over again, or it can represent competition. And then we have this love or support, encouraging offer here, opportunity for change, which is emotional in nature. Very idealistic energy, water energy, your energy. Even though underneath it and next to the conflict card is the Devil, which represents temptations, vices, things we keep returning to which may not be healthy for us, or that we return to in an unhealthy way, like addictions or bad patterns, bad relationships. And then the King of Swords, which is very, very smart, although for some of you it might be who's coming in and making an offer, or who you're making an offer to, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra energy. The King of Air, mental energy, smart, intelligent, if not well educated, honor, integrity, truth, justice. He makes all his decisions based on that, regardless of what the emotions are. And that's how he achieves victory, recognition, awards, bonuses, promotions, being seen as different from the rest, above the rest, or elevated in some way. And then again, victory over a difficult battle. But what it relates to is the home and family. It might be love or relationships or marriage. Somebody making or receiving an offer of marriage here. This feels, for some of you, like in love and romance, it's like you're looking at this connection, this person that you have this connection with, and their life may be a bit of a mess, or their history. Because I feel like for those of you for whom this is your story, you've known this person for a while. Maybe you've watched them go through other relationships. Maybe they're even in one now, or maybe there's other competition. Maybe their life is a bit of a mess. I keep getting that. And maybe you're refusing to look at that. In terms of making a love offer, it's like, yeah, I know I'd be taking on this, that, and the other, but I don't care. Maybe there'd be some minor or petty conflict or drama or other competition, but I don't care. I have this feeling now is the time to make this offer. And the offer, and maybe if it's like you're offering somebody stability who hasn't had stability. I don't know why I'm getting that, but I am quite strongly. This is a card of maybe having the exterior or physical circumstances, Pisces, of another situation or person maybe suggest or imply that you shouldn't involve yourself in this, or maybe other people are telling you that, but you have this feeling, no, I need to go in. Now's the time to make this offer. I have this feeling. Something is compelling you to. But there's also like honor and integrity. It's kind of like for those of you for whom this might be love and romance, whether you're giving or receiving this offer or opportunity of love, it feels like maybe the other person is or has been involved with somebody who isn't honorable or ethical. Maybe they, don't believe in like certain types of commitments or committed relationships or marriage or something like that. And you're coming in saying, because you have a feeling that they might be ready, saying, I'm here. I'm going to offer you what's good, what's honorable, what has integrity, what has stability. It's very specific for some of you. Yeah, like marriage. For others of you, it's persevering and offering to help out, because for some reason, even though nights often represent offers or opportunities for change coming in, for some reason I feel like for a large portion of you, you're the one making this offer, and it might be a love and romance offer, it might be just support and encouragement in a situation or about a situation that feels like it's been pretty unstable. And you're doing it from a combination of intuition and genuine caring and love, but also some kind of mental acumen that allows you to see clearly through the emotions of a situation and make decisions based on that as well. And over the whole thing is divine timing and orchestration and fast movement forward. It's like Spirit has not only cleared the way, but opened the door and almost unmistakably told you, now's the time. Interesting. Let's clarify some of this. Why the Two of Swords? I keep getting this feeling, Pisces, that you're looking at this situation, which is kind of messed up and imbalanced, and going, I don't care. I'm going in there. I'm making this offer. Two of Swords. The Sun. You're looking at the conflict, but you're not really... It could be that you're not acknowledging the conflict, but also it's that you see the sun as well, or the potential for the sun. Or what the sun brings, which is an uplifting of energy. It's like you see a messed up situation, relationship, something, and where other people are like, that's too much of a mess, or I don't want to get involved in that, or whatever, you're like making a beeline for it because you see what the potential is, or you see what's behind it. Again, this could be you're receiving an offer from somebody who sees this. Let me pull one more card for that. Two of Swords and the Sun. Clarify the Sun. The Fool. Starting off a brand new journey, and it might be a bit risky. Let's clarify this Knight of Cups, an offer, an opportunity for change, which is emotional or loving in nature. What is the opportunity for change, or the offer? What is the Knight of Cups bringing? Death. Well, the Knight of Cups doesn't usually bring death. So death represents an ending or a complete and utter transformation of something. So that's what this offer or opportunity for change, which is loving or emotional in nature, is about. It's about the ending of something else, the complete and utter transformation of what? The ending of what? Give me a card for death. The ending of what? The Five of Pentacles, insufficiency and lack. Perhaps financial insufficiency and lack. Or perhaps you're offering to help somebody out financially, or somebody's offering to help you out financially, or something's come in. Again, we have divine timing orchestration. On an emotional level, it can represent, what's ending and being transformed is the feeling that you're being shut out, abandoned, rejected, not good enough. An ending of instability and a yo-yo, up and down, back and forth cycle. Clarify the devil. Actually, the devil is just major significant instability. We already know this. Either financial and material insufficiency, or somebody feeling abandoned, rejected, shut out, or some combination of the two. There's some kind of opportunity for change, an offer coming in to end that, to transform it. Clarify the King of Swords. The Hierophant, stability, the polar opposite of the devil. The Hierophant is convention, tradition, hospitals, institutions, universities, marriage, organized religions, which would fit the King of Swords because he's about the tried and true path, what makes sense, what's honorable. Clarify the Hierophant. The Four of Wands. So we have two Four of Wands here. Repeating cards mean a great focus of energy in that. Happy home, home stability, marriage. So there's an offer or opportunity for change, Pisces. And the opportunity is to completely end and completely transform a person, place, job, situation, something that it is just been like a toxic merry-go-round. Profound instability that keeps repeating itself. Whether it's in your life, whether it's in somebody close to yours life. And it holds within it the promise of stability, the right path, truth, honor, commitment, marriage, all of that kind of stuff. Well, marriage if it's a romantic situation. Something that will bring stability and security and happiness to the area of your life that encompasses home and family. And I feel like this is a person, place, or situation that you have been involved with or on the periphery for quite some time. What? Can you clarify who or what this is about? Nine of Cups, your wish fulfillment, the overall picture of everything that you want. What is behind that? The Ten of Cups, the happy home, white picket fence. Yeah, so whatever this is, whether it's in a toxic work environment, financial situation, or whether it's a toxic or negative, cyclical lover romance situation or person that you have maybe an interest in that way, there's some kind of offer or opportunity for change that offers to end that and bring in the opposite of that. Balance, stability, truth, justice, honor, commitment, etc. And over it all, the Wheel of Fortune. I mean, it's divine timing and orchestration. God's fingerprint on this. Which likely means if it's an offer coming in, take it. If you're considering making an offer, do it. Typically. But let's touch base with Spirit. One advice guidance card for Pisces for the first 2 weeks of January, how to navigate best through this situation. The High Priestess. This is trusting your intuition, which is your connection to divine. Things coming together at the right time in the right way. That's divine timing and orchestration, and you're being asked to open yourself up to that, to see that, and to trust in it by allowing that to guide your decisions, choices, and actions. It just feels like walking on faith. Whether it's in the offering or the accepting, it feels like there's angels behind it. That's what it feels like. So, well, I don't usually tell clients what to do. I'd vote yes, right? Okay, Pisces, that is your reading for the first 2 weeks of January. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that it was useful to you and helpful to you. Again, if any of these readings resonate with you and you'd like to reach out for a personal reading for yourself or as a gift for anyone else, click on the description link below. You'll see my email address there, Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I would be delighted to hear from you and happy to work with you. I will see you all again in a couple of weeks for the January mid-month readings. Until then, have a wonderful new year. Stay safe, stay well. Hope to see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.